Now I'm 24, but even I sometimes feel too old for TikTok. Like, I remember the days of the Ice Bucket Challenge and the Neck nominations and the Cinnamon Challenge, where people used to do all these trends and our parents would look at us going, "Why, what's that?" And we would go, "Ha ha ha, mum and dad, you're too old, you'll never understand." But now we have this infinite scrolling app that creates a new trend every second that is crazier than the last. And I think it's mad, some of the stuff that you see on this app. Some stuff that you're like, oh yeah, that's really cute and creative. But then you see some other stuff where you're like, oh my gosh, don't do that to your body. I want to show you some of this stuff by reacting to a video by a TikToker called Blanco, who shows you all the dumbest TikTok trends in under 2 minutes. Let's go.
The dumbest TikTok trends to ever exist. There was a trend where some fitness influencers were eating dog food for the extra protein. Yes, eating dog food.
God.
Now, eating dog food can give you a little thing called foodborne illness, which can cause...
I love that. A little thing called foodborne illness. I mean, hey, I have no idea how dog food is made that's different from human food, but here's something that I know. It's probably less treated with antibiotics and probably less treated with like pasteurizing and stuff like that. So you're more likely to probably get conditions like salmonella, typhoid, campylobacter, E. coli, those kinds of things that are known to essentially be in food that you're not meant to eat. But the thing is, I don't even get the kind of basis around this, because it's not exactly like dog food is the food with more protein. I guess this probably comes from the camp of people who are like, oh yeah, I want to be carnivore, all I need is meat, I don't need vegetables and all that. But even if you believe that, like, protein shakes exist. Huel exists. You can get protein that tastes like chocolate and caramel, but here you are eating something that's good for your pores and teeth.
Variety of symptoms like fucking death. There was a trend in Indonesia where people were eating candy covered in liquid nitrogen. Now, this candy normally would be safe to eat once the liquid nitrogen burns off, but people weren't exactly doing that. Yeah, liquid nitrogen, not a safe thing to put in your body. After 25 kids ended up in the hospital, the government had to step in and tell people not to do this shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, we all have our problems with governments, the Indonesian government. Apparently that's the place where you're not allowed to chew gum. I really hope I didn't make that up. But the thing is, you can't be having stuff like that where kids are just taking nitrogen, like, covered candy or whatever. It's like having a whole generation of people who do this kind of thing and having TikTok that they have access to just leads to more and more dangerous stuff. And I know what you're thinking. At this point, who cares? No one's really gotten hurt. Maybe a few people went to hospital. But let's check out this next one, the Borg trend.
Trend, people made gallon-sized alcoholic drinks to help them get blackout wasted. And people...
Jesus Christ. They basically created a trend that is reminiscent of moonshine that people used to make during prohibition of alcohol in America.
Overdid it so goddamn hard. You know, alcohol poisoning? Yeah, that kind of exists. Oh, and surprise, surprise, over 50 college students ended up in the hospital.
Oh my God. 50 college students, that's people my age, went to the hospital. The thing is like, I'm from the generation, I mean, I don't even know why I talk like this, because these people are my generation. I'm a Gen Z, but I'm an older Gen Z, so I'm on this weird border between Gen Z, Gen Z, and millennials. So, like, I kind of feel like an outsider to both. I look at millennials and I'm like, oh my gosh, get away from me with your Teslas. And I look at Gen Z and I'm like, oh my gosh, grow a personality and get off your phone. But hey, the thing is I look at these people and I'm like, when I was a kid, we had the Tide Pod Challenge. The Tide Pod Challenge where people were eating little tiny pieces of laundry pods because they kind of looked like sweets. I don't know if anyone ever really did this or if it was just kind of a joke on the internet, but it was a serious problem at one point and I'm pretty sure people got hurt. So I'm not one to judge. But what I find crazy is we only had like YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff. But because of TikTok and Reels, even Shorts to an extent, all these things are accelerated on Extra. So every single day you get a new trend. Like, I am on TikTok all the time, but I have never even heard of any of these until watching this video.
Next!
dumbest TikTok trends to ever fucking exist. For the fire trend, flammable liquid on their body and then set themselves on fire. Now, originally, people were just doing simple stuff like hand sanitizer, and if you know how to do it right, it can make a really cool trick. But people on this app were being fucking stupid and using liquids like gasoline.
What? I mean, that's horrible, but like, what are people doing? How is it that this app just accelerates this kind of a behavior? And I have no idea that this is happening. I'm a pretty internet educated person, but I had no idea about the fire challenge.
Probably thinking, oh, there's no way people were dumb enough to do that. Oh, no, no,
That is exactly what I'm thinking.
no, no, no.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is awful. How are these people, like, allowing this to happen?
People were dumb enough to do that, sweetheart. There was a trend where people would mix jelly, hand sanitizer, bleach, and shaving cream in a Ziploc bag and hold it up to their eye, thinking that it would change their eye color. And people genuinely believe that this...
I mean, I don't even get the basis of that one. Like, there's being stupid and then there's just being, like, crazy. Like, what was the, like, bleach? Is that a thing? Is that even a trend?
worked. Now, baby girl, I hate to break it to you, but a bunch of random ass items from CVS does not change your eye color. The art of fractal wood burning had its own trend on TikTok for a while. This is an art of designing wood that uses a very high voltage tool and should only be done by professionals, because if you fuck up, there can be very bad consequences, like setting your house on fire, which is exactly how multiple people who tried this died.
Oh my god, man. Oh my god. The fact that people are dying because of this is the worst thing. Like, it's like we almost need in school, we need someone to teach kids, listen, you're gonna see some crazy stuff on the internet, and some of it's gonna be absolutely hilarious, but you need to not take part in it. Like, sometimes we get in this really confused mindset, because it used to be that we would just watch TV and we couldn't be a part of it because that was a bunch of Hollywood stars performing on TV. But now, with the internet, anyone can record themselves and anyone can do anything. And sometimes that's for good, but sometimes kids need to learn not to set themselves on fire. And school really needs to get involved, because this can't be something that carries on anymore, man. It's crazy, these trends. And if you want me to react to any more trends on TikTok, let me know. This was a lot of fun to do, and there's a lot more where that came from that I couldn't include. But if not, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.